recording. Okay, testing. 1, 2, 3. Yes, perfect. Thursday, May 22nd is today. And today's a fun day because Bitcoin broke all-time high, right? As you guys are aware. We are in a weird spot because I think what is happening is, the market didn't really give people much chances to really enter longs, like heavy longs, unless you were down here, right? Unless you were down at 80 or you were down at 90 or even at 100, even at 105. This range here at 105 to 102 is really it was rough. Like it was a very rough range. We never cleared the low. But we supported the daily, right? The daily we did close above, we consolidated. And as soon as we couldn't close the range on the low for that daily, we continued higher. Now, when I look at this chart, what do I see? I see two things. Mainly, oh, hey, what's up, Taz? Mainly we're building liquidity to the upside. Now, yes, it's bullish on the short term, but I'll say this much. This signature here that we're building, and the fact that this weekly, where is it? No, it's the weekly. No, it's not the weekly. Where is it? Is it the daily here? Let's see. It is, yeah. Oh, the weekly. Yeah, that's the weekly right here, right? This weekly, we never went under 92. So if we're going down to the daily, we're building what I refer to as a market maker sell model. And usually on a market maker sell, we have some consolidation, right? We have a high and a low. This consolidation, if you zoom out, like really this doesn't mean anything, right? All this is a consolidation. What we're doing now is we're breaking the high first. So considering we have a market maker sell, we have 1, 2, and then a third accumulation, right? Usually on the third accumulation, that is the high. So really what we're seeing now is this third accumulation building out. And I think for those of you who are in my streams the past, I was out for the past couple weeks, but for those of you in my streams, last month, you probably recall the fact that I mentioned we are in the third leg up, right? This is the third accumulation. Once we're in this, it is not the time to go heavy on longs. It's not the time to chase. It's a time to be patient and wait because, yes, we're going to see a lot of FOMO build. We're going to see a lot of people taking heavy long leverage positions, but this is going to be a range. We're going to effectively just range here. We might go up to like 120. It doesn't matter where we go up to. It really doesn't at this point. I would still not long Bitcoin here. I just still wouldn't. The RR is just not good. So for Bitcoin, I would just wait until we build out the range. And really what I'm looking for is I want to see this range on the daily, and I want to see at least 3 drives up. I want to see an AMD structure with an SMR on the daily, and then some sort of consolidation. Once we get the consolidation, then is the time to slowly scale into shorts. Slowly scale into shorts. Confirmation is the red line. If we start making daily closures under 110, that almost guarantees us that the weekly and the daily builds out the market maker sell model all the way back down to 87, possibly 70, possibly even lower to 60. This is kind of my high time frame bias on Bitcoin. It is topping out. It is in the process of topping out. Now let's look at other things here. Looking at dominance, this kind of for confluence here. I think if you were in my other streams in the past few weeks, you guys remember this alt season bottom box here. And remember, if you guys were in with me, we caught this first leg down when we first dipped into it. So we caught this really nice pump on alts, probably a couple, like earlier this April, actually. It's when I tripled my account, right? So when we caught that, I tripled my account. Hopefully you got something with me there. Now we're at a weird point where we didn't actually tap the OTE for this range. So what we're seeing, oops, why am I just pressing buttons here? What we're seeing now is really the fake out. I would almost consider the fake out, right? In altcoin dominance, Bitcoin dominance, we're pushing up, giving little room to enter longs on alts, but we're going to have possibly one sweep, depending on this weekly. Really, the weekly closure here is key, because this weekly closure we're dipping into, we took the range high. If we close this week right where we are now, this moment right now, this is bearish, right? And we're going to see some sort of retest of range low to 62%. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here at this range, meaning if you're not in alt longs now, I would say suggest getting in them, getting some exposure. There's going to be a pretty massive alt long pump. But as I said, we have not tapped 67%. There is going to be a bloodbath, guys. Buy the dips. Yes, buy the dips. Not all coins. There are some coins that have already locked in their all-time lows, meaning they're not going to go any lower of all time. And I can probably tell you a few of those if you're curious. Casper is one of them, CSPR, in heavy on that one. There's a few others, but point being is some coins have structures where we're going to see a pump. It's going to go very, very far, very fast, but it's going to be an exit liquidity pump, meaning I'm still expecting 67 to be tapped. I still want more range in my alt season bottom box before we start to see the real altcoin bull run, the real one, right? Which is not just yet. And as I said before, right, if we're zooming out on the monthly and the quarterly, this quarterly inversion here, once we tap into it on, yeah, right. No, I'm sorry. Yes, this one right here, right? So right about here, right? There's a quarterly inversion at 66 to 67. Once we tap into it, if we do a measured move of the accumulation to get there to the accumulation to reject, we get roughly a 3-year move, a 3-year altcoin bull run. I'm gonna let that sink in for a moment, okay? Everyone is focused on Bitcoin being at all-time highs. Let's shift our focus and focus on things that'll give us good RR, and that is altcoins. It is coming up, and it will last for 3 years. So get ready, but be careful, because as I said, we are just dipping into this bottom box. We are just not quite there yet, but we are very close. But yes, some coins have bottomed, some coins haven't. Like an example would be AVAX. The structure on AVAX is a little messy. I'll just kind of put this up. Basically, this is what I'm seeing on AVAX. We see a huge exit liquidity pump, huge, possibly up to like 40, maybe 46 in the next couple weeks. But that is not going to be the all-time bottom. It is going to be an exit pump, because we are going to go right back down to $10, $11 on the weekly before we have a new possible range built on AVAX back up to about like $70 and above. So that's one example. But I can guess, let's see. Yes, be a dip buyer. Yeah, for the most part, be a dip buyer, but try and consciously be a dip buyer. Don't overbuy, don't overextend yourself, of course. Some of these ranges are better than others, right? So I'll just delete this here. AVAX is decent, but not the best. XCH, another one I'm really into right now. This one has a yearly. It has a yearly lows that were taken, equal lows that were taken. I think the all-time low is already in for this one. So whether or not we go from 12 to 10, I had this up for a bit. I plan on getting back in, but I'm going to be a little cautious with this one. I want to wait, because either we're already going to be pumping from here, but whether or not we reject at 15 and then go back to 10, debatable. I still want to wait for the 10. So I have a bunch of orders right now open right below 10 for the expectation that this next wick up, we will do a retrace eventually down to 10. The bloodbath there is going to be amazing, because we are going to be taking so much liquidity from this range. All-time low at $7.45, I think, is not going to be broken. We cleared this range. We've already consolidated above. So now whether or not we stay here just really is the key. I might pick it up soon. I don't know. This is one of those. It's like if we clear the weekly, right? This is going to go to 20, and then it's going to go straight into seeking a new all-time high. So after that, this is a yearly because we just cleared quarterly equal lows here. So we have 1, 2, 3 taps. All-time high brings us a price seek of standard deviation of like $100 to $200. So I'm going to be on this one, just taking it patiently. I don't need to get an entry just yet, but you know, it's definitely on my list of ones to keep watch on. So cool. Let's see what else is next. So yes, I guess I'll do ETH and then USDTD. So market cap dominance here. This is exactly what I was saying before. I drew this up probably in April, yeah, roughly, and it's already following almost to a T. I'd expect to start getting shorts. Shorts are a little too early right now. I would not short just yet. If you are shorting, just go light. I still wouldn't short yet because we have not reached 4.2. 4.2 USDTD is the range low and it is an open weekly. So we have a lot of confluence in this area at the 4.2. Once we do get to 4.2, I'd want to see some sort of consolidation here. Again, it goes back to the weekly. If we can close below or above 4.2, the next target would be the 7%. 7% is the FSU level. FSU, which, excuse my French, but stands for F SHIT up level. To put it bluntly, this pump that we're seeing now in the market will be the exit liquidity pump that we will short on the high time frame. We will see everyone get absolutely wrecked because of how the candle structure has been built on most charts. Everything's been pumping, not getting good longs. Everyone's going to be FOMOing in. What does that mean? A lot of long liquidity being built up. What does that also mean? Market makers know that. They want to take those people out. So price is going to drag back real fast, real quick. So I would take your profits on your longs as soon as we start to get to 4.2. Look for shorts, and that'll be our quarterly, because as soon as we do that, we get 1, 2, 3 taps, right? We get 1, 2, and the 7.5% would be the third tap on the USDTD. And if we close below that, we would probably see the biggest crypto run in history that we've ever seen after that, right? But we need to clear out all the liquidity first, right? Clear all the longs. But I want to see stuff being effed up before I start to go full porting everything again, right? Because there's some good full port levels I have mapped out. And actually, on that note, I'll take questions in a moment. I just want to point your attention to one other chart. Yearn, I've been tracking for weeks and weeks now, studying this one. This one is quite interesting because it's the same structure that Chainlink gave before it gave a 300% move. 300%, right? If I compare the two accumulations on the weekly, we pierce the weekly range, we break the range, and then close back in range on the weekly or daily. Once we do that, we will then have the exact same move, right? I already marked it out here for you guys, right? Look at that, 400, 500%, right? 500%. I will point this out, right? What do you see? You see a weekly range, yellow, that has not been broken yet. We break that, we close back above, that's a 500% move. Now, I'll direct your attention to link. What do you see here? Back here in 2022 to 2023, what do you see? A weekly range. What else do you see? A break of the weekly range. After that, what happens? Oh, look at that. What was this? 300? No, it was, 400%, roughly. 400% move, right? Exact same thing. The market is not random, guys. Everyone thinks the market's random. It is not. Everything is calculated, right? So this is the exact same signature. This chart is the exact same signature as Yearn that's literally about to happen probably in the next few weeks. So get your wallets ready, because once we dip into 4K, I'm going to be full porting it. And I hope you guys are with me. So I'll take some questions. Let's go through the list. Okay, Cryptoshi, you're stuck in a BTC short. You got an average of 109,500. Should you wait to exit break even? I personally would just cut. Personally, as I said, we have no range. We have no range yet. We just pierced our time high, and there's no range on the daily. If we are not able to close any day below 109 or 110, this is going to keep going. It's going to keep going up, and you might never get an exit, right? So, personally, I would close, but that's just me. Um, so I'll go through a few other questions here. Anthony Jenks, do you think it's too late to buy coins such as Tau, Ondo, and Render? Well, as I said before, not every coin is made the same, right? Tau, Ondo, and Render are very different coins with very different structures. I would say without blindly purchasing them, I would say you have to look at the market structure for each one and make a decision from there. If you want me to analyze one of them, I can, Anthony, but post it in chat. I don't think I have time to go through all three. I want to give everyone else time as well. So Dom P, I'm going to keep going through all the questions in order. So Dom P asked, when all USDTD is going to be deployed and is lying on the sidelines, BTC will rise up to 130 to 140. That's an estimate, right? I can't say for sure where BTC is going to go. All I can say is it's going to keep going up until we build a range. And once it stops going up, that's when we look to, we wait on that range, we wait for the market structure break, and then we can take the short. But until then, I'm not touching BTC with a 10-foot pole. I'm not going to short it. I'm not going to long it. Doesn't matter, right? So let's see. From any consumers, any opinions on this? I mean, generally attention on crypto is very low. Yes, you're right. I think crypto is very low. There's a weird aspect to it where it's slowly becoming more mainstream over time. Slowly, right? We do have institutional buy-in. We do have institutions, BlackRock, Fidelity, offering ETFs. The whole ETF thing, that happened, right? We have a lot of people that are buying in those aspects to it. So I would say that only increases over time, right? We've only just seen the beginning of it, and that only increases over time. Cool. So Bravo 4, if we get into XCH and it doesn't go all the way below $10, is it okay to current market price? Bravo, I would say, this is one of those that you don't. I'm going to say this much, right? XDH is one of those you don't need to have the perfect entry for. If we already are flipping this level. So if we hold here, then I would say we are it is worth taking an entry on, but I already have a bunch of long exposure, right? So if you're not in other longs already, you have to make sure you're risk managing. So like, yes, I like this chart, but I also want to be conscious of my open risk, right? So otherwise I would be adding onto XCH as well. So instead, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing XCH on the sweep of 9, possibly 10. If we don't do that, the next spot would be the flip, basically the flip of like 13. Like if we continue trending, right? If we continue trending, we break this high and then we retrace again, it would be basically somewhere in the range of like this purple, right? Somewhere in like the 13 area, where we see something like this if we keep trending up. But again, I'm gonna be a little patient with this. I'll wait until it builds out a little bit more before I enter, just for purposes of risk. So yes. Oh, bravo. Thank you. Thank you. Good compliment. Yes. Sees things, resonates. Yes. Appreciates. Let's see. Okay. Got a bunch of questions. Ohm and Casper. Yes. Ohm is good. Casper's good. Casper's amazing. So let's take a look at Ohm and then we can go from there. So one of those things that happened with Ohm, for those of you who don't know, right? A big thing happened where there was huge like negative press about Ohm a long time, like well, not a long time ago, but in April, and it dumped, a huge amount. But what's funny is that if we look on the weekly range, we dumped into a weekly gap right here, right? We took the lows, the weekly wick took the low, and now we're actually consolidating right above CE, 42, 41, 42. If we can close a day or a week above 43, we'll be flipping this weekly range. So this is where they say buy high, sell low. Oh, sorry, buy low. No, buy low, sell high, right? The other way around. Where if we can flip this range, we already pierced this range, right? We already took this low. We took this low twice already. So this is a little interesting here because if we can consolidate, we're flipping this daily, we're flipping this weekly, and then we're flipping the weekly all the way over here. If we can just consolidate just a little bit more, make a couple daily closures right above 42, 43, guess what's going to happen, guys? It's going to go straight for the CRT, right? Candle range theory pierces the low, goes for the high. Right now, our range to break is 43, 44. On a daily closure of 44, it's going to go like this, basically. We consolidate, we close above 43, and think of it like a magnet. As soon as we close above 44 or 43, the next magnet is going to be the range high, all the way above $1. So this is also going to do the exact same thing where it's going to go to $1, probably consolidate, and then bounce again to 4, because this is the CE on this massive, massive daily gap. So for Ohm, it's a patience game. Right now we have a 12-hour. This one is really nice because we have a 12-hour that we already closed above on, but we still have an open gap. So that's why I have one more DCA level right under 4. But literally for me right now, any consolidation here is absolutely insanely bullish. We could go up a little bit more and then dip it again. It doesn't matter. I'll just DCA from there. As soon as we start to close back above 40, we already closed above 41. So the long is already we're playing out. But even if we dip again, it doesn't matter because all we need to do is close above 43 and 44 on the daily, and then effectively this orange will play out, right? Here's orange, right? This orange will play out. We'll start to consolidate above, and then it's going to magnetize all the way up to $1 so fast, so quick, it'll just blow your pants right off, right? So hold on to those pants again. Let's see, what else? What are we looking at? Casper. Oh, so Casper is one of the ones that we caught. If you were with me kind of back in April, it's one of the ones we caught that also helped triple my portfolio. Is we caught the flip of the 1 cent level. We caught this move, right? And now we're going to catch this move, right? So the fun is just beginning with Casper because with the weekly, I mean, I don't even know where to begin with how bullish this chart is. I really don't. It's like there is no bearish SMR. We have triple, quadruple monthly equal highs. We cleared the range. We closed above the monthly 0.5. Literally, this is one of those coins. I don't think we are ever going to see under 1 cent again. This is the all-time low for this one, I think is in. We're done, right? So 1 cent is done. Now it's a matter of rebalancing on the monthly. Quarterly, same thing. We take the quarterly here. We close any month above 2 cents. Then all it's going to do is it's going to seek all-time highs after that. So hold on to your pants for this one because this is all Casper's. I'm loading up on spot. I'm loading up on futures. I have, what is it? I have like 80% of my account on futures on this. And I still feel underexposed. So to put it simply put, right? I still feel like oh, this is not enough Casper. I need to get more, right? We have a weekly bullish CSD right there. This is like, we're done, right? We're done. All we need to do is just consolidate here. We consolidate here, it's going to go straight into the next range on 2 cents. Cool. So let's keep that. And the fun is just beginning. As I said, if we go up to 2 cents, right, then we have this AMD range to play with. And if we consolidate above 2, it's going to mount 3. We mount 3, it's going to then just bust right through the all-time high, right? Yellow effectively is what I want to see play out. Cool. So let's see what's next. Questions. STRK. Let's see. Yes. Oops. Sorry. 1 second. Yes. Great. STRK. I have so STRK is really nice because we have this going up to, I think, 60. Let me see, 60 cents. Let me double check. This was a light position because I took it early. I'm in from and then I added to it. So I took it at I took it down here. So we caught this, but now it's just building. So I actually added to it up here. So I think my average now is 15. Yeah. So I added to it right here because it dipped into the this OTE range and now it bounced again. So I think this one is just going to keep breaking and mounting the range basically up until 60 cents. So something like this, right? We go up, down, up like that. Now it's just a matter of if we can catch this retest at 17, sure. But this one, I'm holding on to this one as well. This is pretty simple play. I'm in kind of small, so it's, but everything adds up, right? Let's see, what else? Casper, yes, Casper's having a pump right now. Again, it's just any sort of consolidation on Casper is just going to be bullish at this point. We get any 8-hour closure above 6016. We're going to be going back into range of 2 cents. So, and I still feel underexposed, as I said. Cool. So let's check Vader. Vader AI. What is it? Just called Vader? I've never even heard of this one. Vader AI. Interesting. Meme. Okay, we got a bearish rejection right here. Very bearish. We got an SMR. We closed below on the weekly. Very bearish here. Yeah, so for Vader, I wouldn't touch it. Oops. Let me fix that. There we go. Yeah, we already rejected on the monthly, so basically 016. So I want to see something like this play out. I want to see us going down to 014016 and then closures above for a continuation. Simple, easy. That's all you need right there. So Vader, Gian, hopefully that helps. I'm pretty bearish. This is very bearish here, right? So something like that. But this is going to be a good long once we go to under 0.02, or sorry, 0.02, my bad, 0.02 basically. Between the blue lines is going to be the long. So somewhere in between the two blue lines, if you want to take the long, you can take the long to the high. This and then target would be like 5 cents, something like that. Not a bad play either, but pretty decent. Something like that. I'm not even gonna play this. I'm just kind of drafting it, something like that, right? Cool. Let's see. Next question, Sui. Yeah. So for Sui, we're breaking and mounting this already. I think I had this mapped to the high. Yeah, I think I've had this mapped to the high already. But it really depends on this weekly. Weekly, we have a bullish CSD. Monthly extension is already happening. Daily close. Oh yeah, it's actually kind of bullish. Yeah, it's actually kind of bullish. Yeah. So honestly, you could probably take a long from here, targeting the all-time high. That's not even a bad idea. Considering the recent SUI news, yeah, that's true. Not even a bad idea from here, to be honest. If you want to take something from there, that's actually not too bad. But yeah, definitely we're getting a mini altcoin season. But I think here's what's going to happen, right? We build this 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go like this, right? All the way back down here, and then we're going to bounce again. So something like that, right? Orange, we're going to see this big pump. We're going to make new all-time highs, but then we're going to end up going back and retreating back to the range lows that we did not see in the past, right? So hopefully that answers your question. So I'll leave this up on SUI as well. Yeah, mini altcoin season, but this is not the real altcoin season just yet. Cool, great. So is there any questions? Any other questions? Oh, and render, yes. Okay, Anthony Jenks, I'll take a look at render. Sorry, I forgot that one. Interesting. I haven't looked at render in a while. Let me see if I can use the spot chart instead. Yes. Yes. Interestingly enough, I had this charted up, and I have a short labeled here that I think I drew back in February. I drew this back in February. That's hilarious. You know what? Maybe I'll post this one. Maybe I'll post this one. That's kind of funny. Yeah, because I mean, this I think is still valid, right? We're going to see this mini altcoin run. It's going to push real high, real quick. And then we're going to retrace all the way back to these lows. So somewhere down here would be where I would look to TP roughly. And then take the short in the entire weekly range. This would be amazing. I like this. I'm gonna take an alert on this one. So probably go from, I'm gonna do an alert on the, let's see, daily close. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do an alert on daily close above render short. Say yes. Yes. Great. Oops. Yes. I think that's correct. Beautiful. Mark this in yellow so I can clearly see the alert. Right. So basically, once we pump above 8, I'm gonna be looking for 10 to 12 as the high on render. And then we will see a significant retracement after that. Awesome. Cool. So that about sums everything up. Is there any other questions? I think I can go over some of the ones I'm watching. Supra here is pretty interesting because we are consolidating right in a daily and weekly OTE. It's a very unknown coin, but if we can get one weekly or daily close back above 0.006, it's going to take all-time high after that, right? This one just needs to, because we basically cleared the weekly range. It's the same thing. This is CRT at play. We cleared the weekly range. If we can get a weekly close, teal will play out. We will consolidate underneath yellow. As soon as we can break and close above yellow, it's going to be a break and close, and then it's going to rocket so fast, so hard, all the way up, right, to new all-time highs. So holding onto this one as well. One thing I don't like about it is that the monthly did take the internal here. So I am slightly concerned that it's going to take the external, the low here first. But I when I posted the alert, it was risk level against the current low as a soft stop on the daily close. So for this one, I think I'm probably just going to hold on to it, even if we puncture the low, because I would expect the next weekly and monthly close to happen above 4 again, or 004. So I expect this one to eventually make its turnaround, but for now, just holding on until then. Let's see, hype. Oh, let's take a look at hype. I haven't looked at hype in a while. This is not valid anymore. I'll clean it up. I think hype has a different chart. Yes, here we go. Interesting. So we are going for the high here, right? Then the monthly, right? This monthly chart is going for the high. We took the low already. Look at that, right? We took the monthly low. Then it's going to go for internal balance. So internal balance back at 22. So really the only three lines on this chart we need are these three yellow lines. With that said, it's going to be something like this. Then we want to see reaction at 22. So this one, I don't know. This one, it's not quite, I don't like it yet here. I mean, I think I was early when I was longing it here, but I did miss this part. I wasn't watching it, but it doesn't matter. Either way, it's going to take the high, and then it's going to retrace pretty quickly after that. So probably around 35 to 40, something like this, right? 35. The RR here to long is not good. It's going to be a bloodbath after this. It's going to go straight to 22. After we do 22, then we're going to watch the reaction from range balance. From closures there, we want to see a range high. If we see a range high, then we can take the high again. If we see a consolidation low, then we take the low again. It's quite simple. This one isn't as good as I would like yet, right? So either green or teal from there is something I'll watch. But until then, I'm probably not going to touch it. So yes, I'll keep that one just, in my back pocket for now. And let's see, ski, spot. So same thing here. Ski is a very weird chart. You're in an accumulation. We've had 3 drives up. I would probably wait till this accumulation to break to the downside before I took a long. Shorting here this range is way too balanced to short. We have a weekly range open at 0.7, but also we have a weekly high at 0.9. So this is like I wouldn't touch this at all yet. I would probably take it if we went down below 0.58. I think someone else asked me about ski earlier, but basically anything under 5 cents. 5 cents is going to be the magic level here to take a long from. If you're looking to long it, if you're looking to short, I can't give you much. I really can't give you much because this range is just so messy. The daily, you can see the very wick heavy on both sides. So I would say if you didn't short it already, then I would still wait, right? So yes, that's it. So hopefully that's helps. Awesome. Good stuff, guys. Guys and gals, I'm sure there's is there any other questions before we continue? Oh, here, I'll leave you guys with a couple others here. White. I don't know if you guys have been following, but I've tracked this coin probably for the past 2-3 months. We are in a weekly accumulation. We broke the high, and this order block is about to be broken on the weekly. If we see a retracement, these levels are incredibly strong range low levels if this SMR holds. So I've been waiting for these limits to hit probably for 2 months now. I still have them in my channel. I posted them 2 months ago, so you can search my channel if you're curious. The limits are still open and active. If we break this range, I'm going to be taking entries, And then if we start making daily closures above 302, so 0002, then we're going to be taking the highs and invalidating this weekly, and also possibly making a new all-time high from there, right? So that's the same thing because it won't be taking the SMR to the low. So we're going to take the standard deviations to an all-time high on this one. But again, this is going to be a patience game on this one. So keeping that one, limits open for that one. Been waiting for 2 months. I will keep waiting until they fill. And let's see, what else do I have? One that I've been watching is Mavia as well. Mavia is very interesting because it plays into the GameFi narrative a little bit, and we have a very bullish range here. We cleared all of this weekly inversion, these weekly gaps, and the closest one that's open is 70 cents, and we are now accumulating again on a weekly range. So with this, I would expect this range to also manipulate, break the lows, either go to teal and break the low to 18 cents or all the way down to 9 cents. I'm waiting on this. I'm just going to be playing it with alerts. And from there, I'm going to be taking the long all the way back up to 80 cents, if not $2, because $1 to $2 is the sweet spot. Effectively, what I would see is like we'd have this bounce to 80 cents, and then the retest bounce to $1.80 to 2, right? So something like that. Mavia on the weekly looks absolutely amazing. Just keeping this one on alerts for now and staying patient until we can break this range. And yes, this is going to be fun. This one's going to be good, but it's going to take a little bit of time. So as soon as I think I already have a Mavia thread. So if you're not already on my Mavia thread, I will post when I enter on the Mavia thread. I like to keep my coins in threads. So as I scale in and out of them and make setups on them, it is in its own thread. So I do not try and post a new thread unless it's a new coin I'm entering on. So search my channel, check it out, and we can go from there. Awesome. Got to catch my breath. That was great. So appreciate you all for joining. I got to run, but it's been amazing. Feel free to shoot me a DM. My DMs are always open. If you have questions, hit me up, and you can also ask in the Ask channel as well. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. I'll catch you all later.